All right, FAQ number 88. What about Christian girls and sports? Well, if you've seen our earlier FAQ number 82 on should Christians be involved in sports, you've seen some issues with the thing of the spirit of competition and, all that other stuff. But again, for you homeschooling parents out there, if you have young girls and things, there's another aspect of sports that sports can become very immodest, and it can cause actually gender confusion. And again, my expert here, going to be showing some photos from her past. So anybody out there saying you're not qualified to talk about Christian girls, well, I wouldn't be. I'm a preacher. I can show you what the Bible says, and that's qualifications enough. But I'll add the extra strength here of my wife giving you her past experiences. So I'll get started here. I'll be the official photo shower guy again here. You can explain it.
All right, this is, as you can tell from the title, this was my cross-country senior photo from my last season of cross-country, my third and final season of cross-country, by the time I graduated. And as you can see, extreme accentuation of body parts, the muscular, arms and everything, makeup right there with the lipstick,
Yep, and way too short of shorts.
Yes.
Is there anything else in here, or is that just...
I think that's it, as
Okay.
far as pictures of that. Now, this is a whole bunch of other pictures.
I have to zoom in here a little bit.
This was a typical gathering of all of us girls before each and every single cross-country meet during my freshman, sophomore, and senior years of high school.
Yep.
And I'm right here, and as you can tell, see-through uniform tops showing and accentuating the belly area, the stomach area. Mm-hmm. Extremely short, immodest shorts.
Go to this next.
This one...
I can't. I have to move this thing over here.
This one, shows my sister-in-law, Miss Tridelta, because she was involved in that when she was in her university years. This was my Y for the Glory, kind of a propaganda, subtle reference to pride, extreme pride, from one of my cross-country years. My freshman year, if I'm not mistaken. And
got my end view there. I can't even tell. I'm gonna do it this way.
yeah, that should be fine.
There we go.
And then this was another one of our pre-race, pre-start of the race functions that we did as a team. We'd all join hands and say a little prayer, as the saying goes, but it was nothing like what a real Bible-believing Christian, King James Bible-believing Christian would say for a prayer, And,
like that?
yeah, that's fine. This is me on one of my many cross-country meets, running downhill, and of course, you think, oh, running tights, they're modest. No, they're not. They're just as immodest and accentuating of your body as the short shorts and the see-through top right here. It was a fairly warm day at the time. And, I'm right here again, if you can put that...
I can't really put it down too much.
Okay. I'm right here at the start of the race.
Mm-hmm.
And then, other pictures where during the race, there's something called the last 800 meters. You push your hardest, you try your hardest to gain momentum and pick up where you left off, so you can try and beat some more people towards the end, because the last 800 meters are the most critical. That's usually when people just die out.
And, again, at that point in time, you see somebody else dying out beside you, you're not going to stop and help them.
Right.
The spirit of competition is, I hope that person that's ahead of me, I hope they break their leg and fall down so I can be the winner.
Exactly.
Is that the kind of thing that you want your daughter being taught?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird.
Especially another peer your age, like right here, Jenny Robinson, who was a grade behind me from my school. I'm trying my best to catch up to her, because that's, all the parents of each student who participates and competes in sports, they're like, go so and so, you know. And so the whole time it's just, you're basically out for blood is all there is to it, you know. See who can dominate who. And that translates to, you know, pride and boasting outside of the actual competition, even if you're close friends with the person.
Get that thing off to the side here.
And this was, I guess you could call it hazing after one of the cross country meets, because the seniors and the upperclassmen would take, you know, the lowerclassmen and just throw them in the lake or in the river as part of an initiation into, you know, the clan, the sports clan. And this was at one of my track meets, and I think I was warming up at that time, and put it down because it's kind of, there you go. This was me, I think before my meet. Before my event started, and I ran the open 100 meter dash at the time. Those were I anchored the 4x1 100 relay, anchored the 4x2 100 meter relay at the time, and again, you know, the infamous pose of pride, like, I'm the best.
Like that picture.
And this is me getting ready to go in my starting blocks, because they say that the starting blocks helps propel you forward in your race.
So which one is this? Is that you there?
Yes, that's me again, right there, finding my lane. And
this one down here, do that one.
This is me trying to help out with the upperclassmen, see if they needed me to hold their blocks.
And up here?
And this is me right here, trying to catch this girl in front of me from either Shenandoah or Clarinda. And sports resonated even in my, well, this is the last picture, the last few pictures of high school. This was our flag football team. Yes, I was wide receiver during that time. And again, that was pushed on me because of peer pressure from my classmates. And, you know, some more photos of before and after cross country and track meets. And this is...
We have our screen kind of hard to see here.
This is,
You move the book.
Okay.
I'll hold the screen.
This is me after one of my, I think it was the Indianola track meet, when I had just gotten done with my 200 meter dash race. And I think that was my final race of the day. You know, with my Hawkeye 10 Pride t-shirt at the time. And this photo over here was my senior year track photo. Now, you say, oh, that was only in your high school years. No, actually there's something called cheerleading, which is a close relative of sports and athletic participation and dance classes. And here are some photos from that. Right here, you see I'm right here. Oh,
move the thing then.
I'm right here. And then this other photo is me again. And so if you look into cheerleading, it's tied in with sports competition, it's tied in with dance and gymnastics and
pride
and competition.
So, you know, I again, you know, one of the purposes of being in ministry is, you know, to, you know, we tell people our testimonies so that we can save young people out there the heartaches that we have gone through. I've gone through plenty of problems myself. My wife has gone through problems of her own things and stuff, and you know, this stuff, a lot of it was, well, I shouldn't say a lot of it, all of it was not her choice. I mean, she was forced into it by overzealous parents and things that wanted her to perform. So parents, if you're out there and you have this spirit of pride that you want your child to perform and you have to do your best and you can't lose and all that, you got some problems, okay? Let your children, first of all, you should be teaching your sons to work. You should be teaching your daughters to work around the house, to be good keepers at home. And that's not some kind of oh, that's terrible. Hey, the spirit of competition. Am I right?
Yes.
That's terrible.
Been there, done that.
You know, that spirit of competition of never feeling like you're good enough, and I failed, I lost, I didn't do, I didn't get first place and everything.
And especially where you're told you're compared with your siblings. Why can't you be like your sister?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just, it's a real bad thing. Again, Christian girls in sports, not an option.